Hey guys, and welcome to the very first episode of the EntirelyX podcast. I'm your lead host, Mike Spindler. My gamer tag is XIMike392IX. And with me, I have my dearest darling brother, Tyler Spindler.
Heyo, what's up guys? My gamer tag's XI, Tidal Wave, IX.
And our sexy British friend, Ben Frampton.
Hey guys, I'm Ben Frampton. My gamer tag is Nareem.
All right, so on this very first show, we're going to kind of start to explain the outline of the show, the segments that we're going to be leading into, and what the show is about. So this show going forward is going to be us talking about video games, why we love them, why we hate them sometimes, and along with that, we're going to be breaking down some news, and maybe down the road we'll be hitting some sweet interviews up. And also, the sweet thing we all chase after, and that's gamer score. Now let's get started with our first topic, and what we're going to do on this first show is kind of introduce each one, explain what it is and how it's going to work going forward. And if you guys have any feedback about it not maybe flowing well or anything like that, always feel free to hit us up. We will have all of our plugs here at the end to get in contact with us.
We shall become media whores.
Yes, that's how it'll go. So now let's begin, guys. Our first topic is going to be kind of the outline of this show.
Yes.
Like I said before.
So basically, what we're hoping to build here is sort of a community that is not quite similar to the ones that are already out there, the general gaming, casual gamer sort of communities. We want to have one where we talk the news in a way that appeals to the hardcore and semi-hardcore gaming community, the completionists, the G-hunters, the wild people who love to sit there on Minecraft for 80 odd hours waiting for something to happen. All these people that really get their teeth stuck into games instead of playing them and throwing them to the side, unless they're terrible, at which point play them, throw them to the side all you want. But we want to make it so that we have this group of people that we communicate to, that communicate to us, we get involved with, and also we know we're not going to be the first to break news articles. We're perfectly aware of that.
Yeah.
But we will be the people that will give you the insider view, the sort of look at things that from a hardcore gamer's perspective, they will tell you how these tweaks, how these patches, and how these sort of startup issues for games affect you as a gamer, affect your game experience, and maybe even completely change a game, or, as Mike would always love to know, the achievements related to them.
Yep.
So yeah.
Gotta know. You gotta know what's going on before you get into the game.
You gotta know this stuff. We can talk about specific examples for many of these things. The one that always springs to mind is bloody ninja nutjitsu.
Oh yes. Oh, that'll be a good story at some point.
We
got a lot to cover today.
That old chestnut.
So yeah, with the show, it's gonna be us kind of breaking down the big press shows, the conferences, and we're not gonna be breaking these day one, but as stuff leaks out and how it's gonna be implemented into the Xbox ecosystem is important for people to know day to day. And that's what we kind of hope to hit and hope you guys will enjoy listening to.
Yeah.
So our second little topic here is we're going to do one called Meeting Your Host. And let's first kick it off with Ben here from good old Britain, obviously.
Yeah, you couldn't really miss the accent, could you? Right, so
No.
I've been gaming, a fair while now, but it's been back since sort of the Sega Mega Drive years. I had a bit of gaming before that on sort of floppy disk computer games, the good old days of Aladdin and Jungle Book. But after that it became very much sort of the early consoles. I got into it quite late compared to a lot of my friends, and that did nothing but fuel the fire. So since then I've played quite a lot of different genres, but the ones that I find myself coming back to over and over and over again are FPS games, RPG games, sim and builder games and a bit of like real-time strategy games is mixed in there as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Obviously, I've got a period where I played World of Warcraft because pretty much every gamer has at some point dipped their toe into the World of Warcraft. But
yeah,
it's more my category to play the longer term, more time intensive games, shall we say?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've only really played one sports game religiously, and that's Madden. Up until, recently, that was the only one I ever really played.
It's actually funny. So far, the only person on this panel to play Madden this year is actually you.
The only
Mine is still wrapped up.
The shame is there. The shame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sitting on my shelf. Don't worry. It's I'll get to it.
I'll rope you in when I need achievements helping.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
But yeah.
So, Tyler, being the only non-old angry man of this show, he's into what all the little kids are into, or the hip kids, we'll say. What do you?
You guys aren't that old.
I mean, kind of.
But yeah.
What do you play?
Mostly, I started out playing like games on the PlayStation and all that fun stuff. But like mostly FPS. I'm pretty sure every person's played an FPS once or twice.
Yep.
But that one really got me into it. And then I've played a couple of RTS games, real-time strategies, and then RPGs. But I really just kind of play whatever. Like I'll play everything and anything that pops up.
Yeah.
Like just random little games, or I'll dive into a game for, 200 plus hours. Final Fantasy 13. But there are times where I'll just jump from game to game, but then there's times where I'll just sink into something and just nonstop play that.
I would say that Tyler, you're our JRPG guy.
Oh, hands down, all day.
Yeah. But and then every so often, I'll play the easy games that give me some easy thousands. Usually, you'll tell me those ones, Mike. But what about you? What do you do?
Well, my big niche, I guess you can say, is gamer score. I play everything and anything that gives me a nice 1,000. My range for an easy 1,000, and for those that don't know what an easy 1,000 is, or when we say easy 1,000G, stuff like that, it means getting all the achievements on the Xbox platform gives you a grand total of 1,000 gamer score in the base game. So I chase after that, and I will play pretty much anything that comes out. I would say anything that takes about 8 to 10 hours is an easy 1,000 that you can pound out pretty quick. There's obviously faster games that take like 45 minutes, an hour.
Yeah.
I'd hit those real quick.
Yep.
Blizzard back in the day, WoW, that kind of stuff. Hearthstone. It's kind of where I get it. More Diablo based on the computer. I did play Diablo 1 back in the day.
Ooh.
But
Did I play that one?
yeah, I'd say WoW, RTS, and my forte is definitely FPS, the Halos, the Rainbow Six Sieges, anything that takes a lot of shooting skills, I will play that.
I'd say you're the person of the three of us as well that steps firmly into the 3PS category as well.
Oh, Gears of War. Gears of War is my favorite third-person shooter of all time. I actually have 2 Gears tattoos, so it puts it up there for me. I love that style. I also do love racing games. Need for Speed, Forza Motorsports, and now Forza Horizon as a series. Love all 3 of those. I play pretty much those main 3. I don't step out of them too much.
Have you seen the adverts
But
for Gran
at the end of
Turismo?
I'm not going to turn on my PlayStation for it.
I know.
I got Forza 7 sitting. Because I'm not playing Forza 7 until my Xbox One X comes out. So.
That's
Yeah.
going to be great.
So I'll be sitting on that until then. So there's no need for me to turn on my PlayStation to play that.
But it's got fancy music and fancy cars.
Yeah, well, Forza 7 has 700 cars, so suck it.
Okay. 700.
And it's in native 4K on the Xbox One X. So.
Yeah, that's once you get a 4K TV, though.
Oh, it's coming.
I know.
It's already on order. She'll be here. But that's a little background into us, and as we go on through time, I'm sure there'll be stories that pop up explaining more of back in the SNES days or even the NES days and Genesis days. I grew up on that stuff. Me and Tyler did.
Yep.
So it's just a little introduction into kind of who we are, and we'll have more stories of us coming up over time. Now let's move into the news. It's been kind of slow week, and since this is our first show, we really don't know where to jump in on the news because it's kind of hard because we haven't explained what happened last week because there was some stuff. So this week, Ben, what's out there to test for us?
Well, as many gamers will know at this point, we've got Star Wars Battlefront 2's beta that's been running over the weekend. You could get on it a couple of days earlier if you had EA access. But yeah, that's been a big topic of discussion for a lot of the gamers I know, and for even some of the people that don't game that often. It's something that looks like it could be what Star Wars Battlefront was supposed to be when they remade it the first time. Unfortunately, what I found now...
Yeah, I would agree.
Being a massive fan of the Battlefield series, so, you know, the Bad Companies, the Battlefields, even Battlefield 1, and believe it or not, I enjoyed Hardline 2. Those games seemed to me...
We had good fun.
We had lots of good fun. You just blow cars up. I mean, what more could you want? Sit there riding around in a police car playing that whoop whoop song.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's the sound of the police.
That's the one.
I love that song.
Yeah.
But, like, the thing is, with those games, I felt they were slowly building towards something, and the multiplayer was getting more and more streamlined, more and more impressive, really. You know, you'd have several different teams of people sweeping through several different corridors, having to take on different, you know, opposing team members, and there would be little miniature battles all going on. And it would feel more like a battlefield because you could be dominating a corridor, but if your teammates weren't doing that well in another corridor, it wouldn't matter. They'd come around behind you and massacre you. But what I found with the first Battlefront, after the remakes is that there was a lot of choke points. And they were single choke points that led to single objectives. And it meant that there was just, you know, same number of people as in other Battlefield games. You got large groups of people sat there waiting on an objective, just raining down masses of fire. And it became sort of, you know, grinding your way through until Vader turned up and murdered everyone. And it sort of took away from the Battlefield experience I felt that first game. Now, this game, however, with the promise of a single player, with the promise of a lot more modes that are based around, you know, the space battles and things like that, this could be more what I'm looking for. This could give me something of, you know, a loved franchise in the Battlefront series. I'm waiting to see how it turns out, but the promise is there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, just for me, just adding that single player, like, that's just a huge step for me because I couldn't get into the first one because it didn't have that single player.
Yeah.
No, I was kind of the same way. I did like the multiplayer. It just felt very bland after it. There were only a couple modes, and when you first started playing it, it was very, you had to had, believe it was level 20, where you would unlock one gun that just everyone was using, and it was just a one-shot, two-shot type of deal. So there was balancing issues in the beginning. I don't know. It just felt kind of empty. So, and this one looks way more action-packed. There's a bunch more going on. I'm looking forward to it, and that story looks very interesting. I'm excited to see where that goes.
It could be cool. We can hope that they do it right.
Yeah, I hope hopefully. So. Yeah, we'll find out. It's coming out here soon, actually.
It's not too long now.
I think it's should be good fun.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so after that,
speaking of good fun, there's a little bit of banning going on over at Epic. They've reportedly banned a couple thousand players that were cheating in the Fortnite Battle Royale, which is a spin-off of the PUBG, or PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. And they put it out, I'd say 2 weeks ago, and they got I believe the lawsuit, there should be a lawsuit going on, or I don't know if they dropped it. The company Bluehole, who made PUBG.
Yeah. You say spin-off, we say rip-off.
Yeah. They got quite mad at Epic for creating this game mode of Battle Royale, saying that they copied them directly. So there's that going on. But this banning that's going on, the community coordinator, Nathan Mooney, has said, and I quote, "We are constantly working against both cheaters themselves and the cheat providers, and it's ongoing. We're exploring every measure to ensure these cheaters are removed and stay removed from Fortnite Battle Royale and the Epic ecosystem."
See, that's great.
So Epic is slamming their foot down. Yeah.
I mean, we need it.
Get that stuff out.
You need that when these people just come in, because there's so many times when you've been in a game and you've just been mercilessly slapped down over and over again. You're thinking, well, is it something that I'm not doing? Is it something that I'm not doing right?
Yep.
And in the end, it just ends up being,
yep.
Every now and again, it ends up being these hackers. And it's just, it kills the game. It kills it. What do they get from it? What possible enjoyment could you get from pressing a program to start and just winning?
I don't know.
I don't get it. And it's what's more impressive to me is this Battle Royale mode has gotten Epic over 7 million players.
Oof.
That's no joke, because it is free on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That shows you, though.
At least that game mode
doesn't
is.
It? The PUBG community was there. It was waiting for console, but they were just too slow. Mm-hmm. They did not jump on the opportunity given to them.
They are jumping on the Xbox, and there was another article that came out earlier this week that they are in discussions, we'll say, with Microsoft, saying that they want to extend the PUBG exclusivity just to Xbox, which is that's just incredible. That's a great grab, and it fits Microsoft's portfolio. This is what Microsoft needs this fall. The only problem now is the game actually has to come into game preview. It's not actually coming out. It's going to go into game preview, and they said late 2017 for PUBG.
That's too late. Fortnite will have the community by then.
Now. Yeah.
Maybe, or maybe everyone will jump ship and pay that $30 for PUBG finally.
Well, they're probably going to do both.
We'll see.
Play Battle Royale, and then once PUBG comes out.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'll be getting PUBG for sure. That hands down.
I will.
It looks very fun. Very excited to give it
I've played
out.
that a few times on the computer. It's been some fun, but it's not a polished article yet. It feels like DayZ.
Oh,
it feels like original Minecraft in that it feels clunky still, which is the problem.
Yeah.
Like if you've got these games and you're coming into the market what is effectively now late, now that Epic has ripped them off, they're gonna have to do
well,
something.
depending how you want to look at it.
Well, yeah, they're gonna have to do something impressive, and I'm not sure they've got it. I don't think they have it. I think this is going to be the great example of when someone has been beaten to an intellectual property.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, they could spin it around where maybe they marked down the price, instead of $30 or whatever it is on Steam, they mark it down to $15 on Xbox.
They'd have to do
That's
something
going to get people
like
to jump in,
because it's you will have the conversation now. You will have it between people. It's like, right, we're all playing this game, and their friends will be like, right, do I buy this game or do we all play this one that's free? It's not that difficult a choice for most gamers, and the problem is the bigger the community, the more power you have.
Yeah, so it's going to be how many people adopt that PUBG on Xbox, and I think it's going to be pretty sizable. I think it's going to be a good hit.
Yeah.
We shall wait and see.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully it comes out soon.
Yeah, but I know one other thing that I saw that popped up earlier this week was Destiny 2, and that's going to be one game that we keep coming back to just because it's a newer game. But they're finally bringing back, for those of you who have played it, they're bringing back the Iron Banner. For those of you who haven't, it's basically just a special PvP mode. That it's just bringing new gear for your characters. Like the article has pictures of each class in their complete set of armor. Some of them look pretty cool. They almost have like a well, at least for the Warlock class, it has like a Japanesey samurai type.
Yeah, I would say all of them look samurai-ish.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but
Best
it
armor
looks
style
cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're bringing that back. I think it's starting on October 10th, and then it's gonna run until about October 17th, I think.
Okay.
But it's gonna be the same stuff. 4v4 normal matches, and then with some special rewards. They said that they were going to change some stuff, like bounties and ranks. Like they're going to be replaced by Iron Banner engrams. Not sure what exactly they're going to be doing with that, but I mean, it's just something to look out if you're still jumping around playing Destiny 2 and trying to get to that 300 power.
But there's a couple groups out there still playing Destiny.
Maybe a few people.
I mean, I'm still playing
the
it.
occasional Sado.
Yeah.
So I am one of those people. I keep bouncing between that and what else have I been playing this week? Destiny 2 and Minecraft. That one I went to because they just released a mode that was connected to all of the consoles. So Xbox One, Windows 10, and the Android phone.
Yes.
So, but I mean, other than those two, the only other thing that I've been playing was I got my hands on the mini Super Nintendo. So, been playing all those old classic games. I've been having a blast with that.
Why have you been playing all of them instead of just constantly playing Star Fox?
I don't know. Just the fact that it's like all those old games that I used to play when we first got the Super Nintendo. It's just like, oh yeah, hey, look at all these games that you used to play.
But Star Fox.
Yeah.
Again.
So just to explain this, guys, we've gotten carried away with ourselves here. We like to discuss what games we've been playing. I mean, Tyler got very excited about his Destiny 2 talk, so we have a section here.
I did. I'm sorry.
It's all good. We have a section we talk about what games we've been playing this week and what we've experienced while we've been going along. I mean, it might not be too long a section for some of us, me namely this week, but for others of us, we have sort of progress that has been made, things that we've discovered, little things that we've found annoying or exciting, and this is the bit where we discuss that sort of section. Now, Tyler's already smashed through his list, smash through.
I didn't have that many. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
That's all right. I got quite the list. So, Benny, what have you been working on this week?
I've been continuing my work, really. I've been working on Just Cause 3. I managed to get a few achievements on that, and I've managed to finish the storyline on that. Which I found the end mission distinctly disappointing.
Yeah. Oh. It wasn't great.
Yeah,
really?
It's...
Yeah.
I think it had gotten that way for me already. I was having more fun just doing random bases in the world than I was doing the story missions. And I could go into millions of reasons why that was. But I'll leave that for now. Until I finish that game properly. But yeah, I've been playing a bit of that. I've been doing my casual sort of franchise mode on Madden 18, which, if you've not played that yet, just turn injuries off. You will lose all your team to injury. We've not even finished one season
good
yet,
to know.
and I've just lost all my players. They're just at some point or other. And then I've been...
Now, are there achievements tied to franchise?
To franchise mode? Yes, there are. There's the standard... If you've played a Madden game before, you'll know that there's legacy achievements, which are... A character that you make gets a legacy score. And you get more legacy points for achieving certain milestones. Now, these legacy achievements are... things are worth more points if you do it on harder difficulties, if you do it, more impressive feats. But what has been the case for most of the Madden games now is that you can sim seasons in franchise mode. And what they've failed to do in any of the Madden games is take out the fact that these legacy achievements pop if you sim through them. So what you do is you download a custom roster from some guy who made a ridiculous, team of death, and then you play, set up your league, sim as far as you need to, and all of those legacy achievements pop, all of them. It's like it's several hundred G's worth of just sitting there and watching the numbers tick up.
Yay!
Yeah, good.
I like that.
It's good stuff, but that's been the case in a few Madden games now. They haven't changed it for this one, so free achievements. Who can't? Who can complain about such a wonderful blessing?
I am not gonna complain.
No. But yeah, at some point, I'm gonna start delving into all the individual achievements on that. I'm gonna have to go and do all these, cause a fumble, recover the fumble, and all this sort of stuff with all the same player. There's all these sort of specific achievements that I've just got to set up situations where I can do them. But yeah.
Okay.
Other than that, though, I scared you both last week.
Yeah, you did.
When I said that Shadow of War was out. I was very, very wrong. It is not out.
Yeah, you are.
However, there is a mobile game for Middle-earth Shadow of War, which you can play. And seeing as I got myself all excited for Middle-earth, I went and got that, and I've been playing that, and it's good fun. It is good fun. It takes a bit of getting started, and it's one of these sort of Farmville-esque, come back in so many hours and you can play the game a bit more things. But it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. I'm enjoying it so far. It's filling the dead hours.
Oh, that's good. But I'm looking very much forward to, actually, as of recording, Shadow of War comes out this Tuesday, which is October 10th.
Oh, shit, really?
We're recording on the 8th. Yeah, it is out this Tuesday. I'm looking forward to that one. That'll be...
am as well. I still want that collector's edition, though.
Now I'm running into the issue, though. These games are coming out, and I don't have my Xbox One X yet.
Yeah.
So do I hold these games one more month, allowing me to finish off some of these easier games that I have?
I can make that decision for you. I can make that decision for you.
Oh, really?
I can.
Right,
yeah.
Hit me with it.
Are you going to have even started it by the time the Xbox One X comes out?
Probably not. I don't think I would. Like, I might pick it up.
I might pick it bearing in mind this is a time-intensive RPG series.
I know, and that's my man. If it was day and date with the Xbox One X, this is what I was saying is, I'd rather have it that day than have it 3 weeks in front of it. Because that gives me 3 weeks to go through and clean up some easy games that I got lining up.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas it comes out now I have the dilemma of starting it this week and pushing back even further some of the easy Gs that I have, or do the easy Gs and then start that on November 7th, along with Assassin's Creed and Forza 7 for my Xbox One X. So that's going to be a hell of a day.
Yeah.
And this fall is going to hurt. I mean,
Hurt my back.
it's Shadow of War, and then, what is it? I think it's October 27th. It's like Mario Odyssey, Assassin's Creed, and Star Wars all in one day.
Yeah, all in one day.
By the way,
Let's-
Assassin's Creed, quick note. You can stroke cats while playing.
I saw
yeah,
that.
I saw that.
I saw that
Oh
tweet.
my God.
Yeah.
That's it. That sold
Yeah.
me on it.
Yeah.
You guys know I've been off the Assassin's Creed thing. I've played
Yes,
the
you
last
have.
two, and I was just like, no more. I don't want the pain. And I can stroke cats in this one, so I'm gonna have to buy it.
Yep. Oh, definitely. I'm all on it.
Yeah.
Damn.
That'll be good. But again, you're now talking. I have 4 major games that I got to be playing, and I don't want to play until I can play it on my 4K TV and my Xbox One X, which is a Scorpio edition, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Show off.
Yeah. It's man, it's such a dilemma. It hurts. Now, Ben, are you getting the Xbox One X?
I don't know yet. I'm getting
Okay.
it. I'm getting it. One day I will have it. The question is when.
Okay.
I do not know
Yep.
if I'm going to be getting the Scorpio or not, because I'm not entirely sure that there's going to be much advantage to me having it with the TV that I have. Now, we've discussed this
Yes.
previously, where my TV is, let's go with dire. It's pretty terrible.
Yeah.
For those of you who do not see my piece of shit TV here, it is a HD ready TV, meaning it is not even full HD. So I'm like a generation and a half behind the technology curve right now.
You
Yep.
should probably work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd work on that one before the Xbox.
Yeah.
Because they're
So-
pricey. But there's going to be some good deals this Black Friday coming.
Yeah.
I've even already gotten the one that I picked up that's on order it's a 65-inch Vizio TV for $800.
Oh, that's naughty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Walked in the store, I was like, "Oh man, I got to order that." So,
Well, damn straight.
It's
If
coming.
that was around here, I'd be ordering that.
yeah, no, I did it. So, that better be coming soon.
Damn you Americans.
And Tyler, I know the answer, but are you getting the Xbox One X?
Yes, I am. Yeah, I have my pre-order all set.
Yep.
I'm excited for it. My birthday is a couple days before it, so hopefully
Yep.
everyone's just like, "Oh yeah, hey Tyler, here's money for the Xbox One X.
Look
There
at
you
that
go, happy
timing.
birthday."
Look at that timing.
Oh yeah, it's great.
You will not be getting money from me because mine will be going towards the Xbox One X.
Wow, thanks. No
Yeah.
birthday present. No birthday
Yeah.
present last year or this year. Thanks.
You don't get one.
Now get back in the cupboard.
But yeah, no, I can't wait. I already got my 4K TV. It's a year or two old, but I mean it's still good. I still
Mhm.
get updates on it, so it won't be the size of yours, but you know,
Yeah, buddy.
with our gaming setup,
That's what
I
Mike
don't think
loves
we
to
have.
hear.
I don't think we have enough room for two 65 inches.
Yeah, I might have to
You
knock
keep
down
setting
a
them
wall or
up, I'm
two.
going to keep knocking them out the park.
But no, I'm excited for it. It's gonna be
Yeah,
great. Gonna hurt my bank, but
it's
Hey.
fine.
you know.
Yeah, it's fine. Now, all right, let me get into this doozy of a list that I've been working on this week. And this has been since last Sunday I've done all of this. So tighten your seatbelt there. I
Strap in
Destiny
and strap
2.
on.
yeah, exactly. Destiny 2, been working my way through that. Max light, or just shy of max light level.
Yeah.
Got to do the raid pretty much. That's all that's left. And the classes. Then that'll be
Trials.
finished off. Oh, fuck Trials.
Right.
Yeah. No. Yeah, eventually I'll get that one done. Halo Wars 2 last week, the Awakening DLC came out, which is the story of the Banished finding the Flood and waking them up. Man, that is a damn good storyline. It is really good, and it makes me so excited for Halo 6. I cannot wait. So that one's good. They did add, I think it was like 500 gamer score to that.
Do
to
I need
Halo
to
Wars
be
2.
playing that then? Because if there's storyline
Well,
that preempts the next Halo.
Yes. Well, yes, and I would, just because there's going to be a pretty big plot twist that someone shows up and you're like, how the hell's this person here?
Is
And,
it Captain Keys?
No, he's dead.
God.
He's definitely dead.
He is way dead.
Yeah, way dead.
Oh, Lord.
No, so play that. The main story ties into Halo 6, or at least that's what they were pointing to. And this one is probably going to give some good backstory to what happens after Halo Wars 2 main campaign.
Okay.
So, downfall to it is I bought the $80 edition, the complete edition, when it first came out, right? It did not include this. This was an extra $20.
What?
Yeah.
That's
No, nice.
So-
Although
Yeah.
I
mean,
can't
I
say
don't-
anything. I got
I don't
the
care.
season pass for free. So
Yeah, he did win it off a stream that Microsoft had.
Yep, when they launched. So it
Yeah,
was nice, actually.
you can buy Halo Wars 2, the complete edition, which comes with this, for $60 right now, which isn't bad. And that
That's not
comes with the
horrible.
season pass, so you get all the heroes and everything. But they added, let's see here, 410 gamer score with 37 achievements to it, bringing the total to 1750 for Halo Wars 2.
Oh.
It's pretty decent. It's a good
Okay.
chunk. I had to get
Awesome.
cracking on it.
Yeah, I'll have to jump back into that too.
Yeah, and then last Sunday, a couple days before that, they released that Play Together update, whatever the heck it's called, for Minecraft,
Play
which
everywhere.
brings every single Minecraft on any platform, whether it's a phone, tablet, PC, Xbox, PlayStation, Wii, and Switch, are now all unified and on the same version. So what this did was make it easier with a Windows 10 PC to create these achievement worlds. You download them, join the game on a different device, and pop all these achievements, right? So I got 1,520 on the Android version, the Pocket Edition, out of 1,750. Then I got another 1,730 on the Xbox One new version, and then I got another 1,720 on the Windows 10.
Oof.
All of that was done in a day. There's guides and download worlds out there that you can just hammer through this stuff. And that was that was a day of Minecraft, but I had 3 different screens in front of me going through each one. So that was brutal. Then I did let's see. What did I move on to? I forgot. Oh yeah, Walking Dead. Michonne.
Oh,
I picked
yeah.
those up.
That was funny for you. How many times did you have to do that though? Mike?
those games are so bad.
Oh, it gets even worse, Ben. Listen to this. So I put The Walking Dead Michonne, and I've been sitting on them. I'm still sitting on the 360 version. I'm going to hold off. I got to give myself a couple months after these 2 versions that I did back to back. So it's only 3 episodes, which isn't bad, and you can burn through each one in about an hour. So you're talking 3 hours for the 1,000, so 6 hours for 2,000, right? And you can even make it a little faster by learning which decisions. So the Windows 10 version I got done probably in about 5 hours. just by mashing through shit and not dying. So I did episode 1. I took a little break, and then I went back the next day for episode 2 and played through it entirely. And I was in a hotel room, so I thought, oh, maybe the achievements just aren't popping on screen. So I played the entire episode. Get done with the episode, looked at my achievements. None of the achievements popped.
What?
Not one of them. Yeah.
I left.
So I had to restart episode 2, played it all the way through. All of them popped. Played episode 3 while I didn't stop. I just went from episode 2 to episode 3, popped all the achievements. Next day, I went to the Windows 10 version, and I was like, I'll just sit through. I had to stop after episode 1, leave for a little bit, come back to episode 2, got to chapter 2, and neither of the achievements popped on Windows 10. So I exited out of it, played those 2 chapters back, and from there on, I just played straight through, and all of them popped. It was very frustrating.
How can they make these games that simple? Like, you could literally just sit there and not touch the game and it would play itself for the most part.
I did that, yeah.
And how
or I
can
would
they
press
have it...
Y, which is no silent.
Exactly, like, how can they make it that simple and yet have it be that buggy, that slow? Like,
yeah.
It beggars the imagination. How do they manage to make it so terrible? Is their engine just like...
Oh, in the Telltale jank, and if you've played Telltale games, you know what I mean by jank. The stutter, the freeze frames, all of that, missing action buttons because the game was loading. That was not present on the Xbox One version. Now, when I played Windows 10, oh, that was a different story. I would hear conversations before they were happening on screen. Luckily, like I said, I kind of knew the prompts, and they're relatively close to the same. So I would, press A at this spot, or where I knew I had to mash A, it would hang up, and then I'd just be mashing A, and then it would trigger through it. It's just very janky, very awful. But, again, I got the 1,000 in like 5 hours or whatever it was. So I did not care.
If it wasn't such an easy gamer score, no one would be playing these games.
All right, what was that?
Yeah. I was saying, I think if it wasn't such an easy score, people wouldn't be playing these games.
No.
Oh, yeah, no, there's no way I would have played either of those games.
No, I don't know.
I still have to do it on the 360, but after that heart-wrenching blah, I had to stop. So I'll go back to it in a couple months. I'll give myself a break.
Oh.
Mike, did you do the Guardians one?
No.
The Telltale? Oh, okay.
No.
It's on sale at Walmart, just so you know.
How much?
I want to say we got it marked down to, I think, $5.
Well, guess what I'm doing later?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go grab that.
I'll confirm that price for you tomorrow, but.
Okay. All right, that sounds good.
I forgot about it.
I did another easy 1,000. Now, this was actually during the Minecraft day when I was doing all 3. I actually popped Black and White Bushido, which was on sale last week or 2 weeks ago for like $5 or something.
Yeah.
Picked that up, and we're going to get into that here in a little bit. So I'll save that one. But the highlight of my week, and this might be damn close to my game of the year, is Cuphead. Cuphead finally came out last week. Oh my God. Holy shit. It is one of the most gorgeous games I've ever put my hands on. And for those of you that haven't seen it over the past 4 years since Microsoft announced it at E3, it is a 1930s, 1920 themed cartoon where you play a character, Cuphead, and his brother Mughead. And every frame of that game is hand-drawn. Every frame of that game is painted. It is absolutely stunning. And then when it comes to the game itself, like actually playing it, originally the game was announced as like a boss rush type of thing where you'd go boss to boss to boss. And that's why it was delayed a full year, is they added in these, we'll call them I think they're called run and gun sections where you have to collect coins and go through it. Now,
appealing to the inner Sonic in everyone.
Yeah. And it is, I mean, there's only like five ranks. I would relate it more to Super Mario, but with shooting. Yeah. The animation for shooting is great. He snaps his finger like a gun, and he shoots. Yeah. It's fantastic. I love it. The music is brilliant. But, oh, man, it's also very hard. It is going to punish you, but the key here is the game isn't punishing you. You're punishing yourself by messing up. Whenever something happens, you're like, I shouldn't have done that. That was my fault. I'm going to do this again and not do that thing I just did and learn from it. And it's one of the most I've had to put it down because it's like, all right, I'm going to do this boss. And then I'm on that boss for an hour. Yeah. And I have to walk away. So I put it down, walk away, come back, and guess what? Oh, I beat it on my first try the next time I sit down. Great, cool.
It's quite fun.
Thanks, Past Self. It is, oh man, I love it. It's damn close to my game of the year. Really? The achievements are hard. There are a couple 0G achievements in there, and actually there's one that's really cool, and I'm going to do it, I think, because what you unlock is really cool. It is a 0G achievement, though. Complete all levels without killing an enemy for 0G. It's called Pacifist.
Okay.
Once you unlock that, it makes the entire game black and white. It unlocks a black and white
really?
mode. Yeah, so it looks even more like an old cartoon.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I want to go for that. Just to see that on screen would be fantastic.
So do that on like the first level?
No, you have to complete all the levels.
Oh.
Yeah.
You said just a level.
No.
I assume there's ways to get around bosses then.
Yes, there are.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's videos for that. And I think that's it for what I've played. But during that conversation, a couple things that we said there that we probably should have stopped and talked about was when we speak about guides on the show and anything like that, we're specifically talking about a fantastic website called trueachievements.com. And if you haven't been on it before, what it does is it's a way to track all of your gaming history. It'll track your achievements, percentages, and ratios, and give you a bunch of stats that you can track individually or however you want to do it. There's people on there that only go for completions. There's people that only go there for just the fastest amount of gamer score without completing a game, or the ratios themselves. It is a fantastic website. I've been on there personally for, I think it's been 6 years.
As long as I can remember finding achievements.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
This is my seventh year. This is my seventh year on True Achievements. Yeah. I joined in 2010. Yeah.
And that's actually how we met Ben.
Oh, that's another story.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a fantastic website. If you're not on it, please go to trueachievements.com. Sign up for it, put in your gamer card, make the account, sign in. It's all free. There is a paid tier which allows you to scan your gamer card as many times as you want in a day. Mm-hmm. So if you feel like donating and being nice to this amazing website, please go to it and do it. It's absolutely incredible. And you're going to find some rabbit holes to jump down. Yeah.
It's a great site. It's a great site that provides a lot of information.
Great. Yeah, I mean, you can click on a game like Minecraft, go to each individual achievement, see how many people have unlocked it on the site, and then even from there, you can go into a guide for that specific achievement, usually with a video that explains or shows you how to do it. Yeah. And it makes going for, that's how I scored. I think last Sunday I scored, hold on, let me check it up here.
It was what, 3,000?
I want to say it was like 3,000. let's see, my best day. Yep, September 30th. So last Sunday. Then here's a perfect example. These are my stats. For that day, I won 111 achievements for a total of 9,236 true achievements, which equates to a total of 3,530 gamer score.
Oof.
That was in one day.
Yeah.
I did that. Now, if they were on a 24 cycle, that number is actually over 5,000 gamer score because of the following days that I did. But
they're not.
Midnight happens. So.
Yep.
Damn you, midnight.
Yeah.
But
But that's true achievements, and we will bring it up. Maybe we'll talk about more in depth as the show goes on, because it's a big tool out there for you guys who want to gain gamer score out there. It's a thing that people chase.
Yeah, very useful.
I still chase it. Yeah.
What about what sales do you know of, Mike? I know everybody's always looking to try to save
for
some
good
money.
sales. Well, we are recording on a Sunday, so the sale ends Tuesday, I believe, this week. So it's kind of rough, Maybe if you hear it Monday, you can check this out.
Grab it on the last day.
Sales. What did I see?
There are a few games in this one that are worth looking at. Though,
Yeah. Absolute Drift Zen Edition is 33% off, making it $8. It is a top-down drifting car game, I guess you would call it, racing game. But it's all about drifting and collecting points. So it looks really cool, and it's an easy 1,000.
Okay.
Other one on there, I would say Child of Light. If you have not played that is 70% off.
That's a great game.
That's a fun game.
Fantastic.
It's not very difficult to get the 1,000 on that at all.
No, not at all. And they did patch it, so the original achievement that was glitched in it is now very easily obtained. Yep. Middle of Earth, Shadow of Mordor is on sale. So if you haven't played the first one, that's 60% off for the Game of Year edition. The season passes.
Need to finish
special
that game.
note. Special note for that one. This one says Game of the Year edition. That is a separate achievement list from the Shadow of Mordor. So that is 2,000 gamer score that you can get, base gamer score. There is DLC to it that adds more. I think it's out of 1,650 or something.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it is. So, over 3,000 gamer score. I would say check out Overcooked. That is $5. Tower of Guns, another easy one. Takes about 8 to 10 hours. You got to do 100 different runs, and it's all randomly generated. So takes a little bit, but you can get it pretty easy. It's not hard. And beneath that is Valiant Hearts.
That's a fun game. Again, another fairly
It's a good
easy
story.
1,000.
Yep.
Fairly easy 1,000, except for the last achievement.
The reviving one without messing up.
Yeah, that was a pain in the butt.
Yeah. Yep. Anyone notice anything else?
I did. Ben, this one actually might hurt you a little bit.
Oh dear.
I saw it on Facebook. Stallion83 actually posted it. Mass Effect Andromeda, the deluxe edition. All right, it's on Amazon, and it's $12.94. $12.94.
Yeah.
I wonder if enough people buy it for $12.94, whether they'll revive that studio.
Probably not.
It's so bad. That game was so good, and it doesn't deserve anything that happened to it.
But that was the big shock for me.
That one hurts me. Jeez.
I'm not ready
so
for
rough.
Mass Effect to be gone from the world.
Well, get used to it.
Someone's gonna come back and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna fix this."
No, I don't think so, because EA's team is now focused on Anthem.
Oh right, forgot about that.
Yeah.
That one.
They're not going to go back to Mass Effect until Anthem's out the door.
They can sell it to me. I'll start a studio.
I'm sure they'll love to do that.
Yeah.
But let's tear away from my terrible pain of losing Mass Effect.
Of Mass Effect, yeah. All right. Well, I think that's a good place to sort of wrap up this first show. Hopefully this week will be some more news that we can get into. And next week we already got some good segments that we're going to try to implement here. Yeah. And see how you guys like them. Now it's time for the plugs. So, oh man, where to start here? The Facebook for the show is facebook.com EntirelyX Gaming. We are also on Twitter, Benny.
Yep, that's at entirely_x.
We are also on Instagram, Tyler.
That was what, EntirelyX podcast with
gaming podcast.
Gaming podcast with a bunch of underscores instead of spaces.
Because Instagram sucks.
You know, normal stuff.
Yep. My personal Twitter, if you want to follow me, I am at MikeSpin92, and I'm also on Instagram at MikeSpindler92. I'm usually on those two the most. That's pretty much it. Or find me on TrueAchievements.com at XIMike392IX or on Xbox. Now, when I post a show, our gamer tags and everything will be in the links, so you'll be able to find us there.
Yep.
Tyler, where are you at on Twitter?
I'm also on Twitter too. I'm at tspin94, and then on Instagram I'm tspindler. So yeah. What about you?
Okay.
Ben? You got an Insta, right?
I got an Insta. If you guys are talking to the Twitter account for EntirelyX, you'll be getting me. I can't be bothered with my own one. I'll just do the other one and treat it like it's mine.
Yeah.
It could be my baby.
There you go.
And I am one of the few people in the world that's name is baller enough to be able to claim their own name on Instagram. So I'm Benedict Frampton on Instagram, guys. If you dare look at whatever I'm linking to or liking.
No, and actually, speaking of Instagram, I when we were first setting up all these accounts for the show, we obviously started this Instagram and Twitter before just so we could get somewhat of a little head start on them, getting used to them. I met a guy, Benji Redux, that's his gamer tag. He first followed us on Instagram and like some of our first early pictures. But he posted on it, and I challenged him to a month-long gamer score race. He was 15,000 away from 200,000 gamer score, which is pretty good.
That's pretty good.
So challenged him to first to 15K. That'll be running all this month. I'll keep you guys posted on the Benji Redux race that we got going on.
Well, that's fun.
And I should be well over 15,000 this month. I'll tell you that right now.
Well over. But him, Mike. I know there is one huge shout out that we need to do.
Oh, he's getting his own. He's getting his own topic for this because this man is incredible. His name is Omega D's. Now, when you first hear this show, obviously this is the end of the show because that's how it works. There's going to be a lovely intro, and after our little plug section is going to be an outro, and that comes from Omega D's himself. He mixes the music, and he was very, very kind and generous to help us with this show at the beginning.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah.
He is awesome.
People say that all the time, but truly he is one of the nicest people out there.
Oh, yeah.
You can go to omegades.bandcamp.com to check out his stuff. He does now have a VIP pass on there to get all of his stuff. You can get all of his discography for like, what, $10, Ben? I think you actually bought it.
Something like
when we
that.
first started talking to him.
Yeah, he's got good music. It bells and beeps and clicks and whistles in all the right ways. I believe was the original way I described it.
Yeah.
No, he is. So big shout out to Omega D's.
Oh,
He's
big.
He is the man.
Yeah.
And please go to omegades.bandcamp.com to check out his stuff.
Yeah.
Because he's again phenomenal.
A boss.
Yeah, he is.
Yep. So thanks, Omega, and maybe we'll get his ass on the show one of these days.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh no, he will.
Drag him, kicking and screaming onto the show.
Yeah. Exactly. So thanks, guys, so much for listening to this first show. Hopefully we didn't ramble on too much about nothingness. And hopefully you found some good content in there. Hopefully we didn't waste an hour of your life. And we'll be back next week. I'm your host, Mike Spindler, and thank you so much for listening.
Au revoir, everyone.
See you in a bit, guys. Have fun.